Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it. We're going to check out a new brand that brand new to the courtroom, Limestone Heritage Distillery.
All I got is bourbon.
Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. All right, so first and foremost, lots of hype about this brand. I've had a few different patrons reach out. I've had some subscribers, and even some of my whiskey folks and friends here locally by me said, hey, Judge, have you tried Limestone Heritage Distillery? And I haven't. Honestly, at that point, I did not. So I reached out to Limestone Heritage. They were very cool, kind enough to send me some samples so I can get their product on the channel. So shout out to Limestone Heritage. But again, lots of hype about Limestone, about this brand as a whole. Again, I've heard nothing but good things about, from my whiskey friends as a whole. So really excited to kind of dive into this. All right, so kind of overview about Limestone Heritage. So first and foremost, based in Georgetown, Kentucky. So based in Georgetown, Kentucky, their actual distillery should be opening soon, right? So their distillery should be opening soon. They're working on it, like anyone else. When you first start out, obviously, what do you have to do? You have to source whiskey. So they are sourcing their whiskey. The cool thing, though, they're sourcing the whiskey only from Kentucky distilleries. So various different Kentucky-based distilleries, and only whiskey that's 6 years or greater. So that's pretty cool. I like that. The master distiller who's there, Darren Dillo. So Darren's obviously working on their own distillate, but for now, until it ages, until it comes to age and so forth, they're sourcing their whiskey from Kentucky-based distilleries. All right. So when you think about Limestone Heritage Distillery, they actually have 6. So yes, 6 different sub-products, which they sent me all 6, which is great. But for today's episode, I want to go ahead and just kind of review the 3 that are still available on their website. And I'll put the website below so you guys can go directly to their website. And then I think they actually have a partnership, it looks like, with Bourbon Outfitter. So if you click on one of the bottles that you're interested in buying, it'll take you directly to Bourbon Outfitter. So, but we're going to dive into these 3 real quick. Fair? All right. Let's go through these 3. Let's go in order of proof, which I always love doing that. All right, so we're going to start off with this one here. This is the Bloodline Heritage 6-year-old bourbon. So this is a Bloodline Heritage 6-year-old bourbon coming in at exactly 92 proof. So 92 proof. MSRP, not bad from that standpoint, $39. So my guess is this is supposed to be kind of like their daily sipper, essentially. So $39 or $40 bottle, 92 proof. The mash bill is 78% corn, 13% rye, and 9% malted barley. All right, let's get into this real quick. All right, so hold on a second. So first and foremost, it's a nice, I would say an even nose, a little bit of caramel, smidge of leather, but this actually also has 2 unique things. Well, not really unique. A ton of pepper and a little bit of mint from the rye that's in the mash bill. Again, with 13% rye in the mash bill, kind of makes sense. So a little peppery, a little minty. Wow, interesting. But the unique thing that I didn't expect, there's also a strawberry fruit kind of a note in here, almost like a strawberry or a raspberry kind of a note. That's interesting. That's different too. Wow. All right. So some caramel, some leather, but a good bit of pepper, a good bit of mint, and that strawberry note. Very interesting. All right, here we go. Cheers. Wow. All right, not bad. Very much, I assume this is supposed to be a really good kind of daily sipper for them, right? Nice, clean, even palate. The one cool thing about the palate is I got a lot more of that raspberry, strawberry note in the mid end of the palate. And the pepper's still there too, but it's not overwhelming at the same time. So, all right, we're going to hold off. We're going to hold off. Let's do our judgments at the end. Nice, clean, even finish all the way through. Kind of falls off a little bit quicker than I would want. But 92 proof, I get it. Aged 6 years. Not bad at all. All right. Now we are moving to number two. Number two. All right, the second one that's still available. So this is the Morgan Family Collection. This is their small batch. Proof on this one is 115 proof, and the MSRP is $99.99. So $100 on the dot. The cool thing about this one is that it's a blend of 6 to 9 year old bourbon. So 6 to 9 year old. Same mash bill as the first one. 78% corn, 13% rye, and 9% malted barley. All right, let's dive into this one. Wow, I went into it expecting that strawberry raspberry note, but I'm not getting that at all. Get a little bit more. Wow, different. Okay. I mean, but it's older, right? It's aged 6 to 9 years. That was just 6. This is a blend of 6 to 9 year old whiskey, and a huge difference in proof. 115 versus 92. So makes sense. So the nose is completely different. A lot more traditional, like leather. Some oak. Very nice. Almost like a slight brown sugar note to it. A little bit more here. Not bad. Nice nose, actually. Not bad at all. All right. More of a traditional type of a whiskey, I guess, experience of what you're looking for from a nose standpoint. Those leather, that brown sugar, the oak, a little bit more caramel. Still a little bit of pepper too, right? Definitely a little peppery, a little minty. All right, not bad. Here we go. Cheers. Okay. Okay. All right. Wow, that's good. That's actually pretty good. That's a lot more, I think, kind of what I was expecting. So at 100, let me get another sip real quick. Hold on one second. All right. At 115 proof, the mid end of the palate, extremely bold actually at 115 proof. Very nice, very bold, holds its own. It's a very unique experience from the beginning, mid, end of the palate in terms of everything from the nose transfers over to the palate, which I love that. You get the caramel, the oak, the leather, but you also get like the pepper notes as well. The pepper and the mint from the rye, that also kind of comes through, but they blend very, very well together. At $100, maybe it's a buy, maybe not. We shall see. All right, before I get to number three quick easy favors. Number one, hit the like button. Number two, drop me a comment. Have you ever tried any of the Limestone Heritage Distillery different sub products? If so, which one? And then let us know your thoughts on them. Last but not least, please make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right. Now we're moving on to the creme de la creme. This is the, I guess, if you will, like their top of the line product, right? So I'm breaking down the facts. So number one, this is the Morgan Family Collection Private Stock. Woo! Private stock. So MSRP on this one, a little bit more expensive. So let's hold off for a second. MSRP is $190. I know, $190. That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Age on this one is 8 years. So that's definitely interesting. So $190, aged 8 years. But the cool thing about this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just nose this real quick. The cool thing about this one, it has a very unique mash bill. One that me personally, I've never seen this mash bill before. Maybe you have, but I have not myself personally. So the mash bill on this one is 70% corn, 10% honey wheat, 10% honey malted barley, and 10% distiller's malt. And the proof, I should say the proof, by the way, I went slightly out of order, but not too much. The proof on this one is actually 110, so slightly less than that one, but 110. Oh, wow. Wow, that's nice already. Hold on. I will say the, wow, that unique mash bill, this nose is different. All that honey that's in there, like the honey wheat, the honey malted barley. This is like, damn, it's a lot more sweet in it. Has a lot more like, honestly, it has a lot more like sweetness, like light sugars, like a brown sugar, a drizzle of like honey kind of mixed in, oak, leather. Extremely nice, actually. Damn, this is really nice. Damn. Well, Judge, we came here to sip whiskey, not just to nose it. Here we go. Cheers. Wow. That is nice. Damn, that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Wow. Private stock, right? Yeah, private stock. Oh my gosh. That's pretty damn good. Hold on one second. Wow. That, number one, it sips right at 110 proof. First and foremost, it sips right at 110 proof. To me, that is an excellent pour. And I mean excellent pour. The only challenge is it's $190. And it's 8 years old, which I do get. Woo, boy. Oh, man. But the finish on that is so just clean, sweet, crisp. It's everything. It's oaky, it's leather, it's honey, it's maple syrup in a way. That is pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. All right. 3 separate judgments. So let's go in order from how we started. The small batch, if you will, the $39 bottle. The verdict is in on the Bloodline Heritage 6-year-old bourbon, coming in at $39. Just say $40. Verdict is in. Do not buy. Hear me out. I actually like this product, right? I do like it. It's not bad, as I mentioned. It's actually pretty decent. The challenge with it is that if you're finding it in a store for $40, sure. But if most times if you're finding it online, which from what I've heard from talking to a lot of different folks, you can find their products for the most part online. Now you're adding in shipping for a lot of different charges. That's like about $60 to $65. So $40 for the bottle plus online shipping is like $20 to $25 depending on where you get it from. So that's like $60, $65. It's not that special, honestly. It really isn't, right? Is it good? Sure. Even the regular base price of $40, is it decent? Yes. But there are a lot of other great whiskeys out there, honestly, on the market. Even ones on the shelf that I can get for $40. All right. Moving on to the Morgan Family Collection, the small batch, 115 proof at $99.99, a blend of 6 to 9-year-old bourbons. The verdict is in. This is a definite buy. I think this is actually quite delicious, to be honest with you. It's really, really good. At $99.99, it's definitely kind of, a little bit more on the expensive side, but it is a blend of anywhere from 6 to 9-year-old whiskey at 115 proof. I thought this was great from the nose to the palate to the end of the palate as well. This to me was like just a great whiskey that you want to have, you want to share with friends, and I think it's one at $100. If you find it, absolutely make sure you grab it. First and foremost, definitely grab this one. Now, we're going to the end of the road. Oh boy. $190 for the Morgan Family Estate private stock. Oh boy. So this one was very interesting because it has that unique mash bill, and I honestly do think it's fantastic quality. The verdict is in. I'm going to give this one, honestly, a split decision. Right down the middle, a split decision. Here's the reason why. $190 is a lot of money for an 8-year-old whiskey. No matter how you slice it, it's a lot of cash for an 8-year-old whiskey. But there are some people out there that, like, you know what, they'll say to me, Judge, I got the money. Don't worry about me. Worry about your own budget. I've had someone truly tell me that before. So if you got it like that, I would say go ahead and try it. But if you're someone who's a bit more cost conscious and you're like, you know what, Judge, $190 is a lot for me to spend on whiskey, maybe hold off. So I'm giving it a split decision, not because the whiskey itself is fantastic, first and foremost. The whiskey is fantastic. The price point, I would love for this to be closer to even like 110, 115, even a little bit more expensive than this one. If it was like 110, 115, 120, I would say it's a definite buy. But at $190, I mean, with tax, if you find it in a store, that's like $200. That's a lot of money to spend, honestly. So, like I said before, you got it like that, go ahead and grab it. But if money is, you know, a bit of a challenge for you, maybe hold off and buy something else. Fair? Hey, friends, as we say in this courtroom, peace, cheers, most important. So, take care. See you guys.